All right, round 3 on the play. This hand not great, but I'm gonna keep it. If we draw some lands, it's a really good hand, but this is not that type of hand you can mulligan, especially because Miscalc can cycle on too. So if we don't draw lands, we probably have to cycle the Miscalc. Let's take off these stops. We're playing against mono red. That'd be okay. All right, this is an interesting matchup. So Force of Negation. Okay, if our opponent plays Shrine of Burning Rage or Eidolon, it's gonna be tough. I think we still have to cycle the Miscalc. Okay, if they're not mono red, I like that more. And certainly if they're not playing anything, we'll cycle the Miscalc. Hopefully into a land. They're gonna play a Pack Rat. Do we care about Pack Rat next turn? They can make a rat. I think we have to cycle the Miscalc. Or just it's too bad if we miss land drops. Boros Signet. Okay. And land. Let's hope for a land. Dack Faden. That's not great. So we'll play the Boros Signet and pass the turn. If we draw a land now, there's some things we can do with like Sower of Temptation, also Venser. Would have been nice to draw the land before though, obviously. Maybe our opponent will not destroy our... Okay, so I think we have to Force of Negation this. Getting rid of Cryptic Command. Yeah. Alright, I guess we could have gotten rid of Dack. Yeah. And now they can't play another rat. Or now they're going to abrade our artifact. Okay. Yeah, so part of the reason I wanted to keep a 3-mana play is if they do any shenanigans like that. Alright, now we need to draw a land. Don't draw a land, so we'll pass the turn. Alright, so what's our opponent going to do here? If they play a spell, then we can potentially block Pack Rat on the Snapcaster. They're not going to play a spell. They're just going to make a rat. I think we still have to do this. We'll do Force of Negation. Okay, and we're going to block a rat. And pass the turn. So now we need to get a land. No land still is not good. All right. Maybe our opponent will lightning bolt us. They're probably just going to discard a card. I don't like that. Okay, so I mean we've got some action going with like Treachery and Sower, but I don't think we're going to get there, unfortunately. We really needed to draw land that turn. And just missing on land so many times is not the best. Oh, Metamorph. All right. Well, we were never gonna get there. We just drew no lands, unfortunately. Well, it appears like our deck did not want to give us lands, and we're playing 15 lands, 16, 17. We're playing 17 lands, with 2 signets. I think this is what we want. Was there anything we saw? They just seem like some sort of red-black reanimator deck. Yeah, let's resubmit. And, I mean, Dack is still good. Everyone plays artifacts. It's unfortunate that they have Abrade and the Embereth Shieldbreaker, but I can't take artifacts out of this deck. So we'll just have to make do. And yeah, it's gonna happen that you just won't draw your lands. It's unfortunate, but should we throw in a 1,000-Year Storm just to shake things up a little bit? I think the worst card in our deck is probably the Expansion Explosion, although when you get a lot of mana, it's quite good. Do we want anything else? An Avalanche Rider? I mean, we didn't even have any dual lands, so Avalanche Rider becomes less good. Mindslaver's a little bit slow, so we will stick with what we got. Alright, I like this hand a lot more. Get to go turn 1 Library and pass the turn. And then turn 2, get to like draw a card, play a land. Oh, that's definitely unfortunate. All right. Well, our opponent is definitely getting the better end of us today. Hopefully we can draw Ancestral Recall. Well, we did draw a miscalculation. I like that. So what are they gonna do now? They like Endbreath Shieldbreaker. We'll miscalc that. Yeah, it would have been nice to get a lot of card advantage, but you never know. Are they gonna? Nope. I think we'll hold on to the miscalc now. All right, Force of Negation. Do we want to play Academy yet? I think it's not worth it to play Academy. I'm just gonna play a tap Steam Vents. I feel like the life could matter, and we're not gonna be double spelling, so I think it's fine. What's our opponent gonna do now? 2 mana is a Pack Rat. I think I will miscalc a Pack Rat. Where? All right, let's just Spell Pierce that. And pass the turn. They've got a lot of artifact destruction. That is not good for our deck. Tolarian Academy. Okay. End of turn, I probably will cycle the miscalc now. We just need to find some action. So let's see. Our opponent got a Prismatic Vista. And what is this? Pack Rat. Okay, so I think I'm fine with Pack Rat. Do I want to Treachery a Pack Rat? Is that good for us? It's probably fine. So let's cycle this. See what we get. Hopefully a land. Nope. So we need to draw land here. Looks like land would be quite good. And a Mana Crypt? Okay, did not expect that. Probably should have cycled later. Didn't really think they had anything left. Now they can make a rat. That's pretty good. So we'll make a rat right now. Alright. Let's see. So, good. We drew the land. So now we can... I guess we can't Treachery Time Warp. But we can just Treachery and return their other one. Yeah, that's pretty good. So Treachery the original rat. And then untap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we can send this one back. And now we have Force of Negation if they do anything to Skeevy. Otherwise, we get to, like, Time Warp. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we draw. Alright. What do they have here? There's always casting of... Oh. Alright. A Gristle Brand. Do they want to reanimate that? Maybe not. Ooh, let's start out with an Ancestral Recall. That seems good. Chrome Mox, Expansion Explosion. Well, so a Chrome Mox is actually pretty good. We don't have any way to get a black mana, I don't think. So what else can we do? We could Time Warp here. Let's start out by playing land and attacking. Yep, let's cast Time Warp. 5. And see what they do now. Nothing. Get another turn. And Tezzeret. Okay. What do we have that we can Tezzeret for? Just a Signet, and then Thrandynamal, Gilded Lotus. Is that good? We can untap Boros and Gruul. They don't discard like we want it to. I think we'll just cast Tezzeret. And then, so cast Tezzeret. and then untap. Okay. Ooh, I probably should have played the Chrome Mox, and then I just didn't think that I wanted to do that. But yeah, that ended up being a little bit of a mistake. Because now I can't cast the Force of Negation. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so we'll do that. And we'll just pass the turn now. No, he's playing it now. So they're going to, if they do this end of turn, that's a char. Okay. What's the play now? Yeah, so I guess we should be able to just hardcast Force of Negation, which it looks like we're going to need to do. Shieldred. Okay. Can we beat a Shieldred? We'll sacrifice this. Start out with Gitaxian Probe. What are we trying to find here? Upheaval, I guess? So let's start out with Gitaxian Probe. We have a Toxic Deluge, okay. Boros Signet. So we can get a lot of mana. Can we Explosion for enough? Okay, so if we cast Chrome Mox, exile Force of Negation. So cast Chrome Mox, exile Force of Negation, that's 1 mana. Tap 2 for Boros Signet. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 lands. And then this will tap for 3, that's 6. What do we need to get to? 10? Because then we can untap 2, so 7, 8. That's not enough. They're going to get a Griselbrand back. So alternatively we can cast Commit to Memory. Draw a bunch of cards. And then what are we doing with that? Probably nothing too good. I guess if we cast Commit to Memory, they can't return Griselbrand with their Shieldred. So we'll have some other options. I mean, that doesn't sound terrible. Let's just recount for the expansion explosion. So we need 4 and then 6. So we need 10 mana. So right now we have, let's just tap. So we have 6 mana. And then if we play Chrome Mox, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Then we play Chrome Mox, exile Force of Negation. That's 7, 8 mana. And then I guess we can Mox Pearl and Tezzeret 9, 10. Oh, maybe it is enough. Let's try it out. I think it is enough. And we have 2 red. Yep. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's make sure to tap the reds. But if we play the Boros, that's 1, 2. And that gives us 1. Yeah, so we need to do 7, 8. Untap 2 artifacts. Okay. 9, 10. And so the risky play, actually, we could be expansion them for 6. They go to 3, and then yeah, lose a flip, and so we'll just. I think this will be good enough, unless they have some sort of reanimation spell. Okay, so we'll blast to the Shieldred, draw a bunch of cards, and then play a land. And do we want to do anything else? Next turn we can like Mystical for Upheaval or something. Play a giant Stone Coil Serpent, have Cryptic Command up. Okay, so we just have to fade them doing anything too good for 1 turn. Let's see what they can do. bum 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 ba-dum bum. They won the flip, so our play wouldn't have worked there. This is just a lot less risky. Do they have reanimate? If they reanimate a Griselbrand, they go to 1, then they're pretty dead. I don't know how they're drawing cards here. Okay. So we have Time Warp in our deck? I know we don't. What do we have left in our deck to Mystical Tutor for? Shadow Skull Smashing, Snapcaster. We can't Mystical Tutor for a Snapcaster. I wonder what we'd have Mystical Tutor for. Our opponent conceded the game. And I think this is how we're gonna go for game 3. I like how I calculated a different line that would have shuffled back their Griselbrand, left them with a full 7 cards, and then realized that I had just miscounted the first time and did the expansion explosion. Well, that was definitely the MVP of that game. Certainly really good there. They had a Char, interesting. Let's just resubmit. Hopefully they don't have a turn 1 Wasteland for our land. Okay, so we have Spell Pierce. We can hold off on the Tolarian Academy. Do they have Duress? That'd be pretty bad. Inquisition, alright. They just, yeah, they're having a field day with our hand. So turn 1 Inquisition. They're gonna take the Spell Pierce, maybe the Miscalc. They could take Stone Coil, because that makes our Tolarian Academy worse. Okay, so we drew a land, which makes me not want to play the 1/1 Stone Coil. If I didn't draw a land, I'd play the 1/1 Stone Coil. I still might play like a 2/2 or 3/3 Stone Coil. Okay, so now we can hold up Miscalc, which is good. Or we can cycle it, which we're probably going to have to do. They know we have Miscalc. I think we hold off now on cycling Miscalc. Okay, play the... I think we play the 1/1 Stone Coil now, because it turns on our Tolarian Academy, and we still have Miscalc up. They might try to kill our Stone Coil, in which case I think we just have to Miscalc. Yes, I think we have to Miscalc it. Okay. Then they get to resolve something. Hopefully, I mean, if they have like Entomb Reanimate, what are you gonna do? Okay. I mean, they could still just have Entomb Reanimate. They have Wasteland for our Academy. All right. Not super good for us. And a 3-mana play of Char. Well, they charred our 1/1 Stone Coil. Okay, I like that. But we have no lands. I don't like that. I've really been kind of messed up on lands this game, or this match. Yep, a 5-drop. Exactly where we want to be. I mean, we're playing, 17 mana sources. Really 18, 19 with the signets. We're just not drawing anything. Our opponent doesn't seem to be drawing anything, but we're really, really drawing poorly. I mean, if we draw one more land, we have like Spell Pierce up. Oh gosh, and a Pack Rat. That's brutal for us. Oh man. Okay, now they just get to make a rat. We're gonna have trouble dealing with Pack Rat though, that's for sure. We need to draw one more land. They're just gonna make a ton of rats. If they draw another land, they can make 2 rats. It's gonna be really hard to deal with. Okay, so they can only make 1 rat. Do we just Snapcaster Chump? I don't think so. Yeah, let's make another rat. Okay. That means they have 2 action spells in hand. We do have Upheaval in our deck. Alright, land. Land is good. Okay, so now we can like Venser one of the tokens, which is really good. And Chump. We also have Cryptic Command up. So we're not totally dead yet. Next turn, if we draw another land, we have Treachery. Alright, and then Tezzeret and Gilded Lotus together work well, if we can eventually get there. We'll have to see what happens. Okay. I don't know why our opponent didn't play a land last turn. They must have some sort of removal. Because because they didn't play a land again. I think I just Venser. Okay, so they're gonna make another. Sure. Okay, so I'll Venser. Return a token. And they might kill the Venser. That's fine. Attacking with 2/3/3s. Yeah, and they're gonna kill the Venser, which is fine. So now I really want to draw land. Can go Treachery and then do something else. Otherwise, like, I'm gonna have to waste a Cryptic. Ah, the Brawl, not good. What do we do here? We can tap their team. We can kill one of their. So we can play Baral and have like Miscalc up, which we can have Snapcaster Brawl. Tap their. We could return 1 and tap to get 2. I guess that's fine. Snapcaster doesn't do anything. Do we play Brawl and then next turn? The Cryptic is cheaper. That's not super good. Okay, so gotta pass the turn, unfortunately. We'll see what our opponent does. Maybe they'll like play a land. All right, they're attacking for 9. So I think unfortunately the play has to be return one of the tokens and tap their team, which I don't like to do, but I think that's where we're at. Okay, so alternatively we could tap and draw, then Treachery, then Baral, and then that. Maybe that's better. Okay, so if we tap their team and they make a token, they have 4 tokens. We can Treachery, they have 3. And we have 1, and then we can Baral into what? I don't know. So I think I am gonna tap, return target, permanent, and tap. I just have to slow down as much as possible. I have to spike a land. It's just what has to happen. So we will return that one and then tap those. And then what are they going to do? They'll just make a rat. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so I wonder if it was passing was just better there. Or just sending back one of those. I was gonna like Baral so that next turn I can guarantee like Time Warp and Treachery, and I'll just waste the Snapcaster blocking. So I'll make a rat here. Discarding Reanimate. Okay. They have 1 card left. 2 cards. So you go to 6. Which is more valuable? They're 4/4s. Oh, but they just could discard. I double chump. Oh man. Okay, so sure. So they can discard. So I have to double chump. Yep, and they make another rat. Was that? I mean, that's what we had to do. Because if we block like that, they just make a rat and they're at 8. Yeah. So double chump. They don't even have to make a rat here. Yeah, and they won't. Okay, so we draw the land. We'll Treachery this one. And go from there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll Time Warp. So we get the blocker. They'll have 3 attackers for it. Yeah, I mean, it's still not really good. Are they gonna kill this pack rat now? I don't even know what we can draw. We can. What is this? Yeah, an artifact card. We don't even have any artifact creatures that aren't X spells. Okay, so what can we get? Ancestral Recall. Maybe we can do something with Ancestral Recall. Shatterskull Smashing and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. What's our opponent thinking about? They're gonna make a rat. They're gonna kill our creature. They're gonna do something. We'll have to see. So yeah, let's say we draw Ancestral Recall. We can go Ancestral Recall into land, and then Chrome or Mox Upheaval. And then we're not doing terrible. That'd be pretty good. I think we'd be ahead there. So let's draw those cards. What is our opponent thinking about? It is unclear to me what they could be thinking about. Maybe they're thinking about whether to kill this this pack rat. I mean, I guess that could be what they're thinking about. They kill a rat and don't make a token. Then I hope they would do that. If they have like a 4-mana removal spell, that'd be really good. Okay, so we drew a Shatterskull Smashing. Does that help us out? Unfortunately, no. We can play Gilded Lotus and then play the Smashing. We could play Tezzeret, get a Signet. So we're gonna have three 4-power attackers. So we need 2 blockers. All right, this is our play. It's not terrible. Do we want to play the Shatterskull Smashing? Tapped. That is, I think no, because next turn we can cast it. Yeah. So, all right. This is kind of interesting. Oh, they forgot to make a rat? That's sweet. Okay. All right. Now we what are they going to do now? Through the Breach. Oh, and oh gosh. If we'd played the Shatterskull Smashing, then we could have had Commit to Memory, but I mean, you can't play it there. I mean, you wouldn't have played it untapped. Iona. Oh man. Unfortunate. Oh, gosh. It's like, why would they not make a rat? Because the Gilded Lotus allows us to make a rat, which is so sweet. If we'd had Force of Negation, maybe something could have happened. But we'll block both these, and we will take lethal with their Iona, unfortunately. All right, that was a fun 1-2, but a pretty sweet deck. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you for the next Vintage Cube Draft.